Good morning, it's Jerry. It's a beautiful morning. You can probably gather that I've been out on my bike for an early morning ride this morning. There she is, just there. And if you see behind me, the sun is just rising as we speak. And going out on the bike is a great opportunity to just spend some time in the quiet, watching the sunrise. Absolutely gorgeous. And the 19th of October is a particularly memorable day for me and my family. It would have been my mum's birthday, and she's sadly no longer with us. But most people believe that much of what happens in life is based purely on luck or chance, and I don't think this could be any further from the truth. In fact, I believe that each and every one of us is here for a unique and specific purpose, and luck, as Voltaire observed, is purely a made-up word to describe the known effect of an unknown cause. And belief in luck is to disregard the process of natural laws and the effect that they have on daily life. And my mum repeatedly iterated that she didn't believe in luck, and she was right. So like I said, we'll be remembering her today, but I'll be remembering my mum as one of the most successful people that I ever knew. Was she phenomenally wealthy? No. Was she, or did she have extraordinary talents that made her stand out from the crowd? No, not especially. She was very talented, but it was my mum's belief in her life's purpose. Someone else on their bike this morning. That made her so successful. She knew what she wanted and she achieved it, and she inspired hundreds of people along the way through her writing, through her poetry, and she certainly inspired me to write a book, and launching a podcast was part of this process. And for this reason I chose her birthday as the date of the launch. So where is it, I hear you ask? Before I answer that, I want to briefly talk about one of these natural laws that I'm sure you'll be familiar with, or at least have heard of. The law of polarity. Now, this law decrees that everything has a polar opposite, and there's always another side to anything, whether we're aware of it or not. There's no negative without a positive, there's no up without down, there's no left without a right. The inside always has an outside, and if there's something wrong with you, then there has to be something right with you. It's a universal, fundamental and timeless principle. You can choose to accept it, you can choose to reject it. It will hold no judgments, it just is. Another phrase I'm sure you're very familiar with is, that will teach him, or she'll learn the lesson the hard way. And this is of course referring to a mistake that he or she has made or is destined to make. And whilst I agree that making mistakes is a sure way to learn, hopefully, the law of polarity decrees that if making mistakes is the hard way, then there must be an easier way, and there is. Look at the mistakes that other people have made and learn from them. Let them be the ones, sorry, just wait for this car to go past. Let them be the ones who pay the price and suffer the consequences. So the answer to the question about the podcast is coming, I promise. I have started recording, it's being done. It has been delayed. Why? Because I made, once again, a mistake. I made a big mistake, a really big mistake, one that literally cost me thousands of pounds and has caused me and my family a fair amount of distress. And to be honest, a mistake that made me feel at times like quitting. Am I beating myself up about it? Yeah, if I'm honest, I am a little bit. But I've learned so many lessons from it that I know it will help me become more successful in the future, and I will pass these lessons on to you. And I'm just looking at it as a great podcast episode in the future. So I've already paid the price for that. I've moved on, and as Maxwell Maltz said, I may be a mistake breaker. No, he didn't say that at all. Sorry, that car put me off. Maxwell Maltz said, I may be a mistake maker, but I'm also a mistake breaker. If you sign up on the form on my website, I will update you as soon as it's coming. But we're going for the end of the month. I'm going to contact the team today, and we're going for the end of the month. All right, catch up with you soon. Bye.